Your squatting is for larger legs. But somehow, it is your back that is screaming in agony. This is a problem, and one that we are solving today. Squats are one of the most effective exercises that can be performed by a human. But bad squats are one of the quickest ways to lead to lower back problems, knee trouble, and stunted leg development. If your legs aren't growing and your joints aren't feeling better each week, it's not bad genetics. You are just penalized for bad setup. Follow this 7-step squat survival guide, and you will squat correctly, adequately load your legs, and bid farewell to chicken legs forever. Step 1 is bar positioning. The bar should rest high on your upper trap muscles. This variation translates more quad usage and reduces stress from your lower back. Just remember not to tuck it down into your neck. It should rest firmly on your muscles, not your bones. The reason you want it higher is to incorporate more glutes and your lower back into the exercise. Just remember, it's not bad Faye, it's just a variation in squatting. To use your legs mainly for quad development, you'll want it higher. Second step, grip setup. There isn't a standard width of your grips as every individual has different levels of mobility. Pick a grip where you can squeeze your upper back vigorously. This will form a solid shelf on which the bar will be placed. If your grips are too wide, you will lack tension. If your grips are too narrow, your shoulders will hate you. This is where you need to lock up in a spot where you can feel tension and balance. Your elbows need to be beneath the bar and not extended behind. The final step is the walkout. Keep this step as simple as possible, no more than 3 steps. First, take a small step back with one foot. Second, bring the other foot back alongside the first foot. Third, make a final adjustment to widen your stance. The more you move your feet, the more energy you will burn before the lift even starts. Step 4 is stance width. Your stance width should match your body, not theirs in the video for the squat. For most people, standing slightly wider than shoulder width with your toes pointed outward is optimal for balance. These are the basics of a safe and successful squat. If you are doing these incorrectly, no amount of tweaking will solve issues with your lift. Step 5, engage your core. Breathe air into your abs, not your chest. Imagine filling your stomach region in all directions, front, sides, and back. Step 6 is the bar path. The bar needs to move in a straight line upwards and downwards. Think of an elevator that moves on a fixed track. If this happens irregularly, do not worry. You are doing absolutely fine. Step 7 is depth. If you have the mobility, try to pass parallel for maximum muscle development. Quitting a tad higher than parallel will not negate your gains. But please, for the love of all things muscular, stop your ego from turning every set into semi-sets. It is perfectly normal for your knees to extend past your toes. What you want to ensure is that your knees do not turn in, position them to stay in line with your toes. But if your mobility isn't developed to where you can handle depth without being wonky, don't try to lift there. You can wear weightlifting shoes or put weight plates under your heels. This can help you remain more upright, which not only makes it easier to balance, but you can feel your quads engage without fighting your ankle joints the entire way. Now there are simply no more excuses left to miss leg day. Squat with purpose, squat with intent, and start cultivating some actual legs that resemble that of a trainee.